You might have heard me say that you're walking in your life purpose. I'm a life purpose coach, so I do that because I know everyone has it. And my clients will come and say, I don't know my purpose. I don't know my purpose. And I said, you're walking in it. Now, I know that doesn't help because I was walking in it as well, and I didn't know that. I had to figure that out. Everybody does. You may think that you kind of know what that purpose is, but I will tell you that over time, that purpose will probably show up and be different than what you think now. See, because I didn't get that until they explained it. But what was going on is that I had convinced myself for so long. That's what we do. We train ourselves. You have used your neural pathways, your brain chemistry, to train yourself into believing that you don't have a life purpose, that you're not essential, you're not important. I did that. So I can tell you, I know what I'm talking about here. So I know that it's there. And I know that this process works to help you move through this. So in these 4 weeks, again, you're not going to complete it, but I'm telling you, you're going to get a great sense of what that is, why you're here. And that's once you begin to accept it, that's when you get excited, and that's when your motivation comes, and that's when you start doing everything. And you stop being afraid. Your confidence magically starts to build because you've discovered this is my purpose, this is why I'm here. Let's go. Yeah, that's what starts to happen. But let me give you a little bit of this because I had to work through this as well because I was afraid of being angry. I was told that was not, you shouldn't do that. And I didn't understand it. So I spent so much of my life not being angry because this is not a good thing. And I got a new perspective. Again, this entire thing in the 4 weeks, even though it's a small portion of the whole philosophy, you will understand this. Let me read this part to you. When you become angry enough, you will decide to regain control of and guide your own physical life experience. And I go, what does that mean? It meant that most times when I was angry, and it took a while to uncover this, and I've created processes for this as well, where you can go through and start to look at those things that you've been incredibly angry about in your life and start to understand them. I actually wrote something yesterday that I published, said, if you are still angry, then you aren't done yet. And what that meant, you haven't figured out why you're angry. And what I came to understand is that most times my anger was because I wasn't moving. I wasn't doing something. I was stuck. And I could feel that. You can feel that when you're stuck and you're not really moving and you get angry. And then what happens is it's easier to lash out at other people because we think it's their fault or the world or whatever it is. And so we're lashing out at them, being angry at them, thinking falsely that somehow that was going to change things. No, you've just wasted your energy being angry at them instead of looking and deciding, what can I do? It's within me to cause something to happen. But this is one of the scapegoats that we have used. I did it for a lot of my life, actually. But the other part of this, emotions, we go through this a lot because this whole philosophy says all of your emotions are valid. See, we try to stop some of them because we think we've judged them, again, as being bad or something. And no, your emotions are there to guide you when you allow them free expression. Sometimes it's angry. Sometimes it's anger. Sometimes it's a lot of different things. But then we have questions to ask. Why? What is it? I've been given everything that I need to create a successful life. Why am I angry? When we answer that question, everything changes. See, because then we become empowered. We start to figure out, why has this happened to me? Why have I been doing this? Because you have been doing it. You just didn't understand how, but now you will. It's always going to be about you changing your thinking, changing your perspective, changing your perception of yourself. And you're going to do that. And the one thing I said, I guaranteed the results of all the things that I put down, and I know that for sure. If you do the work, you're going to have those results. Again, you're not going to be complete because you're never complete. As long as you're alive, you're going to be doing more. But what you will come out with is a greater sense of who you are, why you're on the earth, what you want to do, what your likes are even. That sounds a little crazy, I know. But sometimes we have cut ourselves off from that. I went through so much of my life. People would ask me, what do I like? I couldn't tell you because I didn't give myself permission to even feel that. But once I started understanding and accepting it and allowing the emotions to come through, including my anger, that comes up. You start to see it. And then you'll let it go. You will find yourself in a much more peaceful, calm place and confident as well when you understand this and begin to work through it. And that can happen during these 4 weeks.